Welcome to the Dark Horse Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Carr.
And I'm Kristen Johnson, as
How
usual.
are you guys? Happy Thirsty Thursday. And we want to say thank you, and especially to our friends who joined us last night on our guest show, Shadowhunters Paranormal. We were on with Greg Kos doing double Estes method experiments for ITC, Instrumental Transcommunication. And we're going to get to doing that and something else in just a moment. I am just looking around here. For some reason, I'm not finding the video I wanted to play.
Exciting that what we're going to do tonight.
It's very exciting.
And we have to thank Carly, too, for
Absolutely
joining us again.
Carly Bird for doing an amazing job moderating.
Love her name.
And it went really good. And if you guys haven't seen that episode and you're on Facebook, go on there, look for Shadowhunters Paranormal, and absolutely check it out, because it was really cool. It was definitely some communications going on.
Metaphysical Crossing.
Especially in the second half, it was really awesome with Kristen and Greg both blindfolded, doing the Estes method, listening to different spirit boxes, but yet seemingly having very similar conversations and very similar words. And there was actually one point where a picture on the bookshelf behind us fell. And there's a little story with that too.
Mm-hmm.
This week would have been my mom's 75th birthday on Tuesday. And my family and we kind of went through some old pictures. And I took one of them as a picture behind us of her and I was a small child. She passed when I was 20. And I had put it up there and on Tuesday. And this is Wednesday night. About the end of the show, we're almost an hour in, and it just flicks off. And I'm going to try to actually, let me see. I think I can show you that. One moment.
On the show because of everything that's been going on in my house. Like it's kind of, maybe we can talk about it a little bit later. I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, we can talk about it later for sure.
No. Keep going.
Okay, so just moved into this house not too long ago.
Yeah, you actually saw it.
Keep going.
Okay, so just moved into this house not too long ago.
For whatever reason, it just went off right then and there. So that was kind of cool. In addition to all the great data we got, I'm going to see if I can make myself taller here in this chair. There. Yeah, that's a little better.
See,
shrunk.
The thing is, I was trying to show Chris the bunny. We have a bunny hanging off there with a Bigfoot next to it. It should have saved it, like before it went.
Prevented it.
Yes, it looked like it was like just flicked. Yes, sound effects.
Yeah, sound effects and everything.
Yep, with that. But it's true.
So last week we were at a cemetery in Cumberland, Rhode Island that we like, called Elder Ballou, which was a person's name who had founded a Baptist church there back in the 1700s. And it's known to be haunted, and we've gotten some pretty interesting data there. And I was going to play you guys one clip from that as well.
Where is the?
Because I just found something out about it that I didn't know. I knew there was a church or a meeting house built next to the cemetery, and what I didn't know is that it had burned down in, I think, 1962. I thought they had just leveled it or knocked it down over time or whatever. There's pieces of the foundation around, they've excavated and different things. Mm-hmm. If you go to our YouTube channel, the background picture in there is from Elder Ballou. You'll see the grave of Welcome Darling.
Yes.
That's a name. Welcome. There's a couple of welcomes in that cemetery. Very interesting and very spooky cemetery. But I had asked this question in what they call a receiving vault or a receiving crypt, which is where they stored bodies in the winter There's a row of, I believe, 4 of these in the front of the cemetery. In New England, it gets cold and they couldn't break the ground and bury the bodies. They would store them in these kind of like temporary holding places. And I went in one and did just a quick spirit box session. And I'm going to play that for you real fast. And then we're going to bring our guests on and get right to business.
The infamous cat ball.
Oh. They're having some technical difficulties here. One moment. Let me share that properly. The thing for StreamYard is popping up where the play button should be, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty. Bear with us. Start it. Oh, come on, StreamYard. There it goes.
Where is the church?
And that's pretty cool because I did not know that the church had actually burned, and I did, and that was the response I got. And there was more to that session, but just for time reasons, we plan on doing some more things there. We've been there a few times. You guys may have heard us talk about it in the past.
We have actually Get Out.
Yeah, we do have a Get Out from there. And
did you want to go into that now, or you
Nah.
just want to go? Okay,
we'll save it for another time.
This was really cool what Chris learned today. So,
but we like that. Yeah, that answer was actually accurate. But we want to bring on our guest. Greg Kos is a Chicago native and veteran. He has had his first paranormal experience when he was a 10-year-old child. Greg is a member of 2 different paranormal groups, the Ghost Research Society and, of course, Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations. Greg is both a psychic medium and an empath. He is a member of Psychic Unite. He's an active investigator specializing in Instrumental Transcommunication, or ITC, and loves talking to spirits. He hosts 2 shows on Shadowhunters, Shadow Hour on Fridays, and Metaphysical Crossing, which is focused on ITC, and that's the show we were on last night. Our show was hosted or moderated by
Carly Bird.
And we're going to bring them on right now. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
So much for the short intro.
It's like we never left.
Right.
This is awesome.
It is so good to be back with you guys. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
We had a great time, and we're just so jazzed about how things worked out last night that we wanted to do it again tonight. So thank you for joining us. We're really psyched. We're going to add one little twist to things. And that is, I'm going to use the Gansfeld effect, which is I'm going to put these over my eyes. Kristen's going to tape them to my eyeballs. I'm going to have a red light shining on me, and I'm going to listen to shortwave radio, not scanning any channels. Both of you, meaning Greg and Kristen, are going to do the double Estes method, where you'll be blindfolded and listening to a spirit box scanning. I believe we're going to go with FM again.
Yes. In reverse like last night. Right, Greg?
Yes.
Okay.
Reverse mode, 200 on speed or whatever you got.
Okay.
All ahead 2/3.
On the S
Yes,
box.
I think we didn't change any settings. So.
We'll be good to go there. Carly is going to moderate and ask questions and
again,
see what she can get out of us. Just so you guys know, I've never done this Gansfield experiment before, ever, but I do meditate, so I expect it'll be pretty interesting. But I literally cut up these ping pong balls about an hour ago, so I have not had a chance to even try it, relax in it, nothing. I just know how it works, and we'll see
You
if
want
there's.
to prep? You want to prep yourself first, then?
Well, Kristen's going to have to help me with the tape. There is that part. And I'm just going to go for it. If I'm getting imagery in my head, rather than like specific words, I'm going to describe it. So hopefully it all blends together and we're having conversations like we did last night.
Okay. Are we going to do a 20-minute session, or are we doing? How long are we going to do it?
I think it would probably be a good idea to have a couple minutes to kind of like get into the mode, all of us. And why don't we say, let's see, it's 9:20 now. Let's go 25 minutes.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Is that okay, Carly?
Set
Yeah,
a timer.
that's totally fine with me. I got a timer now.
Great, great. And I will set mine once I'm taped up and ready to go. I'm going to take off these glasses.
You're gonna call me in 20 minutes.
25.
25 minutes. Got you, Greg.
Good old Grego.
Like a plus sign.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, I'm going
Tape
to
it
plug
up.
you in first, right?
Yeah, but
You're going to hear it. It's okay.
okay, he's plugging me in first. Just go as loud as you can.
What in heaven?
That one? Okay, stop. 1 moment. Just I'm going to plug myself in.
Phew.
I'll be using a shortwave radio on one band.
You're looking pretty wild over there, Chris.
I'll put the light in. On.
There it is.
When you're ready, then we'll plug in. Say a prayer. That's not a bad idea, huh?
I'm looking to turn this up, but I need my glasses.
You want me to say a prayer or not? Did you hear me? Can you hear me, Carly?
I can, yeah.
Maybe they're
Got it.
he
It
probably
wouldn't hurt.
he probably has his headphones off.
Can you see?
Good. No, it's fine. Excellent.
For all those people out there, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be different, and everybody that's in the room.
Why do you keep moving my arm?
What?
Why do you keep moving my arm?
Good.
Okay, you put the light on?
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to plug in.
Thank you.
Kristen, can you hear me?
There we go.
Can you hear me, Kristen? Okay.
Okay, looks like we're good to go, guys.
Okay, ready, Freddie?
All right, let's do it.
Oh, we didn't set our timer.
We need to go.
All right, so I'm giving everyone a few minutes to try to get into everything, and then I'll start the timer.
Wait, can you see? Carly, can you also call us a messenger as well?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alrighty, let's do this. Is there anyone here to communicate with us?
Bored.
Are you bored, you said?
It's all new.
It's
What's all new?
Program.
time. Way too much.
Way too much time for what?
Beat 'em.
Who's Ian?
It's time. That's right.
Kool-Aid.
It's time. Get up.
Nice.
No light.
You're alone.
You're
Reason-
right, I am alone.
He's here.
Who's here?
Who's here?
You were chosen. It's precious. You were chosen.
Who's chosen?
He's looking.
Who's looking?
Forgive. Forgive.
Forgive who?
In love.
Below.
There is a reason.
What's
Heaven.
the reason?
He can get it.
Get your butt out.
Suit jacket,
Who's this?
fedora.
I see a man in a fedora in the
Oscar.
house.
You don't know
Right.
how to live,
Are you the one that's in my house?
Chris.
Trouble.
You stuck out from under. Get out.
You should have told them.
Move me.
Follow me.
Outside.
Who's outside?
good enough?
What's good enough?
Resource.
What resource?
Protect.
Are you here to protect us?
Okay.
Can well informed. Incorrectly. Socially.
Hey,
Change.
Change
Sure.
what?
Enough of this, Chris.
save your time.
Tell him.
Tell who what?
Stockade.
What it mattered.
What matters?
Yesterday.
Warn him.
Warn people of who? Of what?
I believe so.
What do you
Ooh.
believe?
Cheeks.
Release them. Anguish. That does not belong to you.
What does not belong to who?
Harmony.
What does not belong to me?
Turn it around.
Turn what around?
Home.
I have a sensation
Yeah.
of falling.
Not enough.
A voice that said, "Help me."
This is
And a
for
static.
us.
What do you need help with?
Go on.
Human.
You want to move on?
He's fine.
Scared.
Are you scared to move on?
Scared.
Okay.
Don't know.
Your friends and family are there for you.
Party.
There will be a party, yes.
Entrance. Mourn people
People have, yes.
who have received.
Do you want to move on?
Awesome.
How can I help you?
Come back.
The spirits are able.
Are the spirits evil in my house?
Don't ask why.
Why
Sit.
don't I want to ask about it?
It said it again. Eat me.
Are you the one that let out my crested gecko?
Ace.
Watch out for me.
What is your name?
Ripper.
Hi, Chris. Resolved.
It's there already.
Scary.
How long have you lived here for?
Welcome.
That's a scar.
Books.
Greg Kos.
What about him?
Looking for
Right.
You're looking for him? Do you need his help?
I am here.
A Band-Aid.
You can't count.
Visit.
It's a void.
What is your name?
Get us out of here.
Pardon me.
We're not alone.
Who's not alone?
BY.
Kristen.
Kristen's not alone?
Turn around.
Why do I need to?
I'm
You-
going.
What's your name?
Supervisor.
Are you
Hamid.
one of my spirit guides?
Strawberries.
The Rift.
River Falls.
Meet me there.
You're next.
Meet you at River Falls?
Proving it. This side
Your
entrance.
problem. You're just.
What else do you have to tell me?
Wait.
All cats.
Three.
Where's that?
Where's what?
Kristen.
Unacknowledgeable.
You hear static though.
balloons. I need.
What do you need?
Little people.
Evening.
DES.
What is DES?
Any.
Can you tell me what that stands for?
Be cautious.
Rewind.
Spirits around.
Bottles.
Be cautious around who?
Count.
Be cautious around town.
13. Say it again.
What's with the number 13?
Depends what you get again.
Don't know.
So for those of you who don't know, 13 is normally associated with witchcraft.
Help.
Take that and choke.
Okay. Interesting.
Open the door.
Are you not a fan of witches?
They want to be here.
Who
Fight.
wants here?
Hey. Never.
Do you not like witches?
Really.
Every time you beg so pleasantly.
Hey there.
Are you talking about Giles Corey?
Way.
Who's this?
Just
This is
me.
Carly. Who are you?
Eddie.
Eddie?
Please knock.
What's your name? What's your last name, Eddie?
Mine.
You're all part of it now.
People are not careful.
Insect.
Hurtful.
What are people not careful of?
Yeah,
Concerned
I
about
know.
something.
House.
Why are you not pursuing me?
Up top.
Always.
You dare.
Eddie, are you still here?
Good job. The dark side.
I've rejoined because I was concerned about time and it was
Bring
affecting
me to them.
me.
Let's see how much time we actually have left.
I realized I didn't set the
Run,
timer
dog.
and I was afraid I
You
would get
can.
lost. So I'll let
Quick.
these guys go and finish it and make sure if we do another
Yeah,
one.
we have 6 minutes left.
Cards.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just you.
What do you need?
To the guns. It's a no-brainer.
Who needs guns?
Meteorites.
Gotta believe.
What about meteorites?
Sounding.
What sounding?
Belt.
Building.
Building. What building?
Northwest.
Be credible.
I saw it.
What did you see?
Yes. At midnight again.
What's going to happen at midnight?
Parking lot.
Heart.
Inner peace.
You were meant to see the location.
Who's
Again.
meant to see the location?
Ross.
Off.
Who's Ross?
Everything you
Okay.
tell us.
Are you ready?
Ready
Just
for what?
foolish 13.
Go on.
Scared.
Who's the foolish 13?
We'll save you.
Flash.
Come on, girl.
What girl?
Respect.
Respect who?
It depends
Downtown.
on someone.
Are you trying to pick on my babies?
Near death. Watching the accident. Injured.
What accident?
See all.
Are you an angel? Are you a god?
About you.
It's time.
You.
About who?
Hints.
Want to play, huh?
Who wants to play?
Colors.
The prick.
What colors?
Or
Eddie, are you the one that doesn't like
Storm.
witches?
All in the game.
to the family. Family.
Who doesn't like witches?
Sometime.
What is that
And-
something?
First thing. The first.
Excuse me.
What's the first thing?
Insane.
Notch.
Who's insane?
Sneeze.
Sure.
Okay, so that is the timer. So I'm gonna call Greg.
Rudgy.
What about Reggie?
Got that?
All right, I'm gonna call Greg.
Whoops.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was.
What happened with the balls?
I had to come out of it. And the reason why is because I didn't set the timer and it kept feeling like I was going to slide into something, like just be
Mm-hmm.
out of it.
Oh, wait.
And it was like bothering me, like in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, what if I don't come back in time and it doesn't work? Even with Carly calling, I realized that my Facebook notifications are off. I probably wouldn't even known.
Oh yeah, I think
And
It was
Greg
bugging
says-
me. I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, what so it was starting to bother me, and it was
Great.
affecting the session.
He's still going.
yeah, I think his notifications are off.
I can hear it. Oh, it's probably yours ringing.
Yeah, it
fine by
is.
me.
He goes deep.
Yeah.
That was the feeling I had, like it was gonna
Just keep
just
going.
gone. Yeah, and be gone.
No bother.
It would seem like a blink of an eye. The time would have
Nice
passed.
day.
Let me try texting him.
Yeah. Or do you have his number?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. His timer was on.
So, somebody just said, whoever Eddie is, he talks about kids.
The boy.
The boy.
There you go.
Mario.
Uh-oh. It went to voicemail.
Well, that's interesting. Because I tried to call him. And
Relax.
you guys have tried to call him. We know that his sound's on.
Cheers. Excuse me.
Did he say something about witches
Yeah.
Yeah.
again? Wow.
Yeah, they said something about 13. Foolish 13.
Oh, 13 came up last night as well.
Yep.
There's
Town. 13, say it again. And then I asked about the witches and stuff, and
At what
you
time?
said, take that and choke.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cheapers.
Across the counter.
Okay, we got to get Greg out of this.
Yeah.
I feel like the Gansfield was a slippery slope, and it's something that we're gonna have to like experiment with a little bit more.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
does get weird. You get in a weird state, and I just felt like it was teetering on going off, and I was just concerned about the time.
Yeah.
Visually, I started to see things like shifting around, and it was really strange. But I did get phrases, and I said a couple of them, but I don't know if they were relevant in any way.
Love letter.
Weren't, as forthcoming as a spirit box for sure. But then again, I didn't totally let go either.
I really don't think they liked any of us since we're all witches.
Yeah, for real.
Period.
All right, we have to figure this out. I really thought he set a timer before we left,
Mm.
like to do this. So
Yeah,
Maybe
I just
Federal.
asked if anyone had his number to call him.
I actually called him on his phone number.
Hmm.
I'll try it again.
Average.
Danny said he tried and got voicemail as well. That's very weird.
He's deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. My God. Greg.
Sweaty. A full one.
Well, this is a unique scenario. Right here on the Dark Horse Paranormal Podcast. It's pretty awesome. And I really can't wait to play some of this back.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's definitely crazy. I don't think I got everything because it's kind of hard to hear, but there is definitely some stuff
Impossible.
like meet me at River Falls, you're next in Ravine.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
that
there.
was crazy to me.
That does sound a little nuts. We have
Mhm.
Fall River that we both lived in at different times. And I'm pretty sure that condominium complex that's down there is called River Falls. Not that it's a highly unusual name, but still, it's
Huh.
like not
Fall
even
River
a mile.
was called River Falls before it became Fall
Spirit.
River.
Yeah, I mentioned Fall River.
Did he say cigarette? Yes, we
Russell.
Here. Where's the
Oof.
paper?
Thanks, babe. Oh, thank you. So how are we gonna wake him up? I mean, he's gotta know. He's gotta get up soon. So
I don't think he knows.
Okay.
Okay.
Greg.
Crotch.
Again. That was last
Crotch
night
came
too.
up last night too. Crotch and boobies.
Made me laugh my head off. I almost spit soda out.
What kind of show is this? NC-17 stuff going on. I do want to remind people, if you're enjoying this tonight, to check out Shadowhunters Paranormal on Facebook. And Greg does this with his show Metaphysical Crossing.
Mhm.
Ask Henry.
He does a double Estes method experimentation. Very cool stuff. We were on there last night, and that's why we wanted to repeat it tonight, because it was just so cool and seemingly relevant. The things we were saying
Plenty.
coming out.
We could like end the show and he'd still be going.
Down.
Let me try
Greg.
this too.
I know somebody said something about a fedora,
Grand opening.
and this morning I saw in my mirrors and stuff, I saw somebody sitting in one of my chairs that had a fedora.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A fedora. I saw a gray suit and a fedora, kind of gangster looking guy in my head
Ooh.
with like a long car.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting in this house, for sure.
It sounds that we'd like to visit.
Yeah, totally.
Motivation was, but it was just there. Like just the suit, and it could, like the pinstripe type suit and the big long black car.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I definitely get that he lived a double life, for sure.
Yeah, it seemed a little gangster.
Dex.
No. So I'm calling him on Facebook, but it's just ringing. Maybe his phone died. That is possible too.
That is
Getting
possible.
swallowed.
That's why the timer didn't go off, maybe.
Yeah, maybe the phone is now beyond the veil.
Mm.
Well, we'll give him a couple of minutes. I'm going to take him out of the stream for just for now, and I can kind of see him backstage, and we'll see if he comes to life, if he comes back. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you meet Greg and get involved with Shadowhunters Paranormal, Carly?
Yeah. So I am a psychic medium as well. I've always been fascinated in the paranormal and everything like that. I met Greg through Psychics Unite, through Scotty Rorick, and I fell in love with it, Psychics Unite, and I was able to get on to Shadowhunters. So I'm doing that now. I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. I've always been a little witchy too.
Did you have any paranormal experiences when you were growing up, or were you drawn to witchcraft at
Yeah.
an age?
I definitely have had a lot of paranormal experiences. I've always been able to see things. I've always been a little weird, a little sensitive, I guess you could say. And like a couple experiences, so like I've heard people call out my name before, I've seen shadows in my house and everything like that, my house growing up. This is actually my first time moving out of my house. So it's an overall new experience. And like I said last night on our show, my boyfriend and I are both paranormal investigators, and we're both sensitives. So there's a lot of protecting that I need to do for the both of us.
Indeed.
And,
Indeed.
Yeah, especially the necklace part, like really.
That's right. Last night you mentioned that you had made a necklace, a protective necklace for your boyfriend, and it had been taken off.
Yeah, it was ripped off. I was in the bedroom, and he was in the bathroom, and he yelled at me to come in, and he said that my necklace was pulled. We've been to a couple of places. Actually, the reason why I made him one was because there's this place in Broadhead that's insane, and it's notorious for some not so great things happening. I've investigated there like 3 times. It was insane. So I was like, okay, well, you need to have some protection on you. Because he doesn't know how to protect himself right now. So I was just giving him a little bit of help. We've been in those places multiple times after I made him that necklace, and it was never ripped off or anything like that. When we get to here, it was ripped off and it was thrown by our bathroom, like our tub. And he was by the sink, and our tub is, it's not that far away, but it doesn't bounce. It's a glass jar.
It wasn't following Newtonian physics there.
Right.
Right.
So,
gravity.
You had mentioned last night that you've seen a little girl. Do you believe or do you guys feel that she has anything to do with it, or do you think it is something negative that came back?
I feel like it's a family. I definitely feel like there's a mother and father. So mother, you don't really feel. I was kind of talking with them this morning, by myself. I was sitting in the chair that I saw the man in shortly before I sat in it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit there. So I talked to him. I feel like his name was Baron. He's the father. I feel like the little girl either drowned in the bathtub on accident, because we have a lot of activity in our bathroom, or I feel like she died of a disease. The mother, I feel like she died of old age. Father hung himself, shot himself. The main man, where I'm not so sure about him. I feel like he hung himself in the attic.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that's a lot to
That's
move
a lot
into.
of trauma. Exactly. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
into.
the entrance to the attic is in the bathroom.
Oh, come on.
Is it
Mhm.
Got a whirlwind going on.
type house? What do you know when it was built?
1912, I think you said, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely got some history. I'm definitely going to look into the history of the house. The more and more things that happen, the more and more curious I am about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm trying to keep a skeptical mind about it,
Mhm.
but also I need to trust my intuition and everything with it.
Absolutely.
So that's where I would like to have a second opinion about things. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned another place that you had visited that you felt you needed the protection to go into.
Mhm.
Is it a
Yeah.
place that's a public investigation, or is it a private residence?
So it's kind of somewhat in between. My boyfriend's family knows the people, is friends with the people. And so that's how we were able to do that. But there's also another place that is also connected with the other locations, with through some of the spirits that kind of go back and forth to multiple places. But the place that you can go and investigate is called the Broadhead Manor. It's in Broadhead, Wisconsin.
Okay.
That place is incredible. Honestly, I've been there once. I would love to go again.
What do you feel when you're there?
I feel like a whole bunch of stuff. There's definitely layers to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Broadhead. It's called the Opera House. So that's the place where I felt like I needed protection. The Opera House was definitely a lot of layers too. We found out that it was a makeshift like hospital for World War, I believe, II people coming in. I could be wrong about that. No, it was Civil War actually.
Okay.
That's right. And so I was seeing the layers of everybody. So I was seeing nurses scrounging around trying to find different things. We found a book. I believe it was in English. It was like almost reading someone's last rites. Then it was also in Latin too.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Had it been a hospital, I did a quick Google there, and it looked like a pretty big building.
Yeah, it was. So the stage is still there, and every time that we would go and investigate at a night, like without fail, there would be hissing that we would hear.
Oof.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
without fail,
That's a
every
little,
single time in the same area.
That's very disturbing. That would drive me nuts for
Yeah, for
one. and
sure, for
two,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sat right by the area.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I'm kind of crazy like that. I definitely like to take safe risks. I try to push the envelope a little bit, but not too much to the point where I put myself in danger, because that's just reckless.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Understand.
we believe you. You know that you
Yeah.
on a cautionary side. What steps do you take for protection in a place like Broadhead Manor?
Yeah. I just do like a white light around, surrounding myself from the top of my head all the way down to my feet, and back again to the center and everything like that. That's kind of a basic protection. And then I almost imagine like chainmail armor from like the knights and stuff like that. I kind of imagine that going on as well. And then like rocks and stuff with nature and all that good stuff. It's a lot of layers that I imagine for myself, that I visualize. And then I also have my spirit guides helping me as well. My grandmother, who has crossed over to the other side, she helps me Sometimes I don't want her to help me, but she's there. And then I also have a protector that I know very well, and so he kind of helps me out too. So it's definitely multiple layers of protection for sure.
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. I think
That's the same
great.
exact thing as I do as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
heard you mention last night. Do you have my greatest good in mind? I think was the phrase you used.
Hmm.
I like that phrase because it's in some of the meditations. I do some guided meditations that uses that same phrasing,
Hmm.
sort of white light, and as your interest in my greatest good. I like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where did you come up with that or hear that phrase?
A little bit with like meditation and stuff. Yeah, I like to do that. I like to take different things that make the most sense to me, and then I kind of apply it to myself. So it's kind of the same thing when I do spells and everything. When I was protecting the house and all that good stuff, I said, this is only for my best and highest good. Whoever is here can stay here as long as you help me out and stuff like that. And then I like to try to rhyme sometimes. It helps. And then I always end it with, so mote it be.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my wish, this is my way, so mote it be. And that kind of is my personal touch on things.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And
most
it's
definitely.
a classic witchcraft right there.
Yeah.
It was Alexandrian or
we forgot to do again tonight in the beginning.
Yeah, the protection.
The protection.
We will do something at the end. We're just kind of hoping to get Greg back.
I don't know if anybody knows his wife's number, but please, I just said it in the chat. Yeah.
We'll try to reach him, and if we can't, we'll let him come back on his own. But
he did set a timer before this, so I think his phone might have died.
Again, it may be his phone.
Yeah, that's just so crazy that he hasn't come out yet.
No,
onto the afterlife. I think he's really deep down. And how were the responses, and what were the kind of things you were hearing during the session from Greg in particular?
Well, I was asking if this was so somebody said, Chris, first thing Greg said was bored. It's all new, time, way too much. I think he said Ian, but I'm not sure. It's time, that's right. It's time to get up. Kristen is what you said. And then you said, no light, you're alone. Somebody said, he's here. You're chosen. He's looking. Forgive. So that was like interesting to me. No light. It almost makes me feel like they're talking about how they are ghosts and stuff, and how they don't know what the light is. And I got at a couple times, like I was feeling like some of them wanted to cross over. They just didn't. I felt like they were scared that they didn't know what was going to happen. And there was said something about scared about talking about moving on. So that was fascinating to me. But yeah, that's just a couple things for sure.
Yeah, I thought last night some of the descriptive words really gave me this feeling of like what an earthbound spirit might be like. My friend, Greg, how are you doing? We tried to reach you. We called you. We Facebooked you. We texted you. We sent a carrier pigeon. He's not there yet.
Tesla's
I am sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
You were deep under, my friend. You were in there.
I didn't even think I thought I was seeing myself.
Wow.
How was the experience for you? You were seeing yourself like in a mirror image, or
No, like I was looking down at myself.
oh, almost like an astral experience,
OBE.
out of body.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I think next time we should do it a little shorter.
Well,
we
did.
got out. You know, I actually was
That was
concerned
wild.
that my timer wouldn't.
Did anything make any
Yeah.
sense?
I took myself out early, 6 minutes early.
We are?
Oh no, I took myself out 6 minutes early. We let the timer expire, and then we tried to call you and text you and different things, but you weren't feeling it.
Yeah,
or
your
it wasn't
timer
going
never
through.
went off, and you couldn't hear the phone calls. We all called you.
So I don't know if you were just so deep under, or if we thought maybe your phone went beyond the veil.
I picked up one vibration, and that was the last one.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, you were deep.
Wow.
But my phone usually goes, where when it starts to vibrate, it continues, and it didn't this time.
That Eddie doesn't like witches, Jeannie
Oh.
says, and witches came up, and I
Multiple
guess you
times,
guys
yeah.
we're talking about the witches. I had a hard time with the Gansfield, just so you know. Like I just felt like I was gonna go like super deep and just not be able to
Come out of it.
know that the time was up. I was concerned about the timer because once I got taped up, I realized I hadn't set the timer, and I had that in the back of my mind. Things got weird, so I took myself out, and you guys continued to go, and there was some relevancy in what I could see, but I didn't see the whole session. Carly says that was quite good, and there's lots of comments about witches out there, and I'm pretty interested to watch it back myself.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, for sure.
Yeah, everyone was concerned you didn't answer your phone.
Yeah.
We're afraid we'd lose you forever, Greg.
I think when I just fell into the abyss. Hey, Bob.
Have you ever gone that deep before and
No.
have done that OBE before? No kidding. Oh,
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you were definitely.
Yeah, I've been close, but I don't know why it
Took you so
it
far.
was, it was entirely different. Maybe it was because we did a few yesterday
Mhm.
Maybe.
that I'm picking up something different.
I wondered if you'd be tired today because
Yeah.
yesterday was a little strenuous, no question. And I thought, geez, I wonder if it'll be all right. It seems like you were all right, but you were really in there. So you saw your body. You felt like
Yeah,
you were.
I was behind me,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
and before that, there was somebody over here on this side of my arm, on my left side.
No kidding.
I just got it's your grandfather.
Oh.
That was your grandfather helping you.
I was going to say, his name is Joseph, Jozef.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm okay.
Pale and
Anne Marie Young says it doesn't look right. Greg, just concerned. You do look a little shook, my friend. Take all the time you need. Jeannie says the spirit had an opportunity to communicate and took advantage.
Absolutely.
That may well be true.
I agree with that.
Me too. Oh my God.
That was really interesting. Next time, lady,
shorter.
No, I'm going to say I'd like to see Carly go under.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would so be into like doing that. I just need good headphones.
Now, next week, it is going to be Diana.
Okay.
And then the week after that, it'll be time to blast off.
Okay.
Oh boy.
There you go. Run and start.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll be looking forward to watching that for sure.
Absolutely. Like always.
And this has been a lot of fun.
It has. And Greg, you look like you need rest.
I think we should probably end things with some sort of protective
yes, please.
spell, prayer, tension, most definitely.
You ready?
And I know you got this down, so we'll follow your lead, Greg.
Go ahead, Greg.
Okay. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who wander through the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Amen.
So, all you guys got to stay there in the machine. Nobody's allowed to come into anybody's rooms. Nobody's going to let you come into any of the rooms because you're not allowed. And that way everybody will understand what we're doing.
Absolutely.
When we first started out, that's what I thought, and I was trying to say it, and I didn't think anybody was hearing me because you were getting ready to get your eyeballs put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some new eyeballs.
How was that?
Well, for me, there were times where I felt like I was falling, and I started to get really into it. And I started to get concerned because I hadn't set the timer on my phone before I put them on. So I'm like, oh, what if they can't reach us? And actually, I was afraid I'd do what happened to you. And it was always in the back of my mind. So it'd start to drift and I'd start to see like visual stuff. And I was getting some phrases, but not a lot. Not as,
what were you seeing?
Ghost box.
What were you seeing?
Mostly shifting things, and then I saw a couple of different images. I saw an image of a sort of gangster-like person, and I mentioned the fedora and the suit, and there were a few different things that came through, and I think it is very valid as a technique, but I want to work on it a little bit because I felt like I might lose control, and I had that feeling like teetering.
Excuse me.
Through it to the point where I took myself out 6 minutes early.
Like he was going to slip away, kind of like you did.
Yeah, I was really worried about that because it does feel like that. The color thing just like I got the red, but there was a little external white. I think I need to work on the red light so everything is red, and that starts to kind of swoosh around, and you just kind of feel yourself like you're falling or something, and it becomes a little dreamlike. I can see the reason why people say they hallucinate using that method, and they get a lot of visuals from it.
The only thing that I would recommend is for the next session, if you want to do it, we're going to need another 1 or 2 cameras because I don't think it's a good idea for you to be sitting up. I think Chris should be laying down.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think grounding yourself as well, like doing it in short sessions. So maybe like 10 to 15 minutes or 5 minutes starting out, get more comfortable, and then doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes to 20 minutes to whatever you're comfortable with. Make sure that you have like some dirt or something, or anything that kind of helps you stay grounded, whatever makes the most sense to you.
What if he was laying down and he had his feet on the ground?
Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, whatever works.
Ground is a very good thing for grounding, and I like that. I love being barefoot.
There you go.
I'm one of those people. I come home, take off the shoes
Are you
immediately.
kidding me?
you know.
That's
I'm
one.
worse than you are. I
Yeah,
love
she's
cute,
the same way.
cute
That's
shoes,
one.
but good Lord.
We do
I
our
have to be careful.
This one Christian's going to go ahead and take her chair and run right over your toes.
Right? That will happen when
That has happened.
I am barefoot right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah! That'll take you right out of the session.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I want to experiment with it. I think it's a valid way of getting communications from spirit for sure. I just feel like maybe the first time I try it shouldn't be on a live show, but why not? You know, go for it, see what happens.
I feel better now.
Well, we all have lessons to learn, and that was a lesson. And so we can take it and put a little pin in it, and then come back to it whenever, or just don't. That's what it is.
Take a salt bath.
Yes, that's what Ann
Take a
said.
salt bath. That's right. That'll ground you.
Well, I'm glad you're
Cleanse your
feeling
soul.
better, our friend.
Well, this has been really cool.
Yes, thank you. And thank you so much again, Carly.
Yeah,
You're
again,
awesome.
Carly
Thank
did
you
an
for
amazing job.
inviting me again. I really appreciate it.
You're
it's
welcome.
our pleasure
Yes.
talking to you, and we'll definitely talk some more. This has been a lot of fun. Again, guys, seek out Shadowhunters Paranormal, whatever medium you're watching us on, Facebook in particular, and you will see these shows, Metaphysical Crossing as well as Shadowhunters Paranormal. And I believe we have an interview coming up with you on the Friday show.
17th, I think.
Yes, pretty soon.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's coming up this month.
Yes.
Wednesdays is Metaphysical Crossings, and that's more ITC based.
Let me see where it is. I got it written down. I want to say tomorrow I will have psychic Chris Garcia.
Excellent. We like
Nice.
Chris. We've had Chris on our show as well, and he is a wonderful psychic. It's amazing to me the way he can read people in the audience online in real time.
And then you guys are on the 17th.
You're right.
Excellent.
Wonderful. We can't
So
wait.
That's great.
It'll be time to blast off.
Awesome. We'll do a little backstory and let you know what we've been up to, and probably have some kind of data to share.
And then we could do whatever we want to do.
Sounds good.
Sounds awesome. Carly,
Keep the wheels spinning.
That's right. We'll be reaching out to you as well. So thank you
Awesome.
so much again.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank
It's
you,
been
Greg.
awesome. Okay, we'll see you guys. Chris.
Oops.
Thank you, guys. And we'll be back on Saturday with Terry A. Simonson talking about the paranormal, naturally. Until then, we'll stay protected.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
saw a message out there. Always use protection.
Always.
And it's not just spirits, people.
That's Jeannie.
Take care.
Thank you guys for being on
Thank you
with
so much
us.
for joining us.
Bye, Ann.